What's up, everybody? It's Mover Productions here, and today we're going to be kicking off race number 10 of the Netflix Solar Season Season 3 off at Talladega Super Speedway. So, with that being said, let's talk about these points. In first place, we have Brandon Mazepin, followed by Jonas Walter, Rodriguez, Joseph Song, Olivia Dean, Max Sensen, William Madonna, Zakir Ridis, Fox Sessi, Gia Shane, Primo Galazzi, Crazy Bob, Nerdamon, Nick DeCabo, Justin Joey, Puerto Rico YT, Rob Statue, Damon Wool, Cody Gomez, Mario Bay, Joshua Rodriguez, Eve McAllister, Disease Spreader, Eli Tipper, Evan Friend, Delilah Jones, Charlotte Hangeveld, and Chase Smith. And now with that out of the way, folks, let's talk about our lineup for today. On pole position is going to be the number 94 of Delilah Jones for Worldwide Racing Team. On her outside, her teammate, one of her teammates, Chase Smith, and number 14, also for Worldwide Racing Team. So WRT is going to be leading us to the green flag today. I know a certain member of a certain team is not going to be too happy about that fact. Anyways, winner of our last race, Brandon Mazepin, won the last Netflix Silver Series and Hulu Truck Series race at Chicagoland, and he is going to be driving his new scheme, First Bank of Alabama, today. Very good looking scheme. Hope we get to see a lot from it today. The person who won this race last time, that bright green car on the center of your screen, Max Stinson, the number 90, he won the first Talladega race in Season 2 of the Netflix Silver Series. And in Season 1, it was Eve McAllister, that dark green car on the inside lane. So, folks, with that being said, the pace car is going to pull in. We got a total of 29 laps here today. So, hopefully we get to see some good racing from these guys. We got Worldwide Racing Team leading us to the green flag inside and outside. So, with that being said, pulling to the tri-oval past the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out in the air, folks. We got a whole bunch of cars racing here today, all looking for a win. So let's have fun here at Talladega. Oh, already trouble coming into turn one. Multiple cars on the wall. It's a big one coming into turn one. I see Damon Wool sideways. William O'Donnell is on fire. Mario Bate and Josh Rodriguez slide to the ground. Oh my goodness. We didn't even make it into turn one. That is not what I meant when I said let's have fun, guys. Like, come on. Like, we didn't even make it into turn one. Mario Bay with a little bit of damage on his car. Let's go to the replay and see what happened on the restart. I mean, not the restart, the beginning of the race. Coming into turn one, you see everybody stepping out. Something tells me that has something to do with it. And it looks like Madi just kind of right hooked Damon into the outside wall. I'm not sure what that was about. Then they come back down in the path of Perm Galax, who has absolutely nowhere to go. And then everybody else just kind of piles in. Joshua Rodriguez slides down. Cody Gomez went way off there to avoid that wreck. Good maneuver by him. Yeah, very, very unfortunate that everybody gets piled up into a wreck very early on in the race. That's not a good sign at all. I'm very surprised they did not even make it into turn one. I make jokes about a lot of, like, the people in my series crashing, but, like, come on. Like, we didn't even make it into turn one. Like, this is not New Hampshire, guys. Look at that. Big hit from Damon, and then they all just kind of go off. William O'Donnell had a hard lick there, too. That's probably why his engine exploded there. Justin Joey came to a complete stop, as well as many others, to avoid that wreck. Anyways, folks, with that being said, we will see you on the restart here at Talladega. Alright, folks, the green flag's back out in the air, and Talladega is back underway. I should say it's now already underway since the race started off immediately with the yellow flag, and this time we will make it into turn one, luckily. Everyone decides not to be crazy and actually stays in the line until they get to the backstretch. You saw Eve McAllister jump out there. There she is, 3 wide on the right side of your screen with Olivia Dean and Crazy Bob, 2 Gaming Motorsports cars coming into turns 3 and 4. She's getting a huge push from Charlotte Hangeveld in the 88 for Bluey Racing. So the first green flag lap of this race is about to be completed as Chase Smith leads us. His teammate Delilah Jones on the outside getting a push from Vox Teske, and Puerto Rico YT on the bottom pushing that 14 car. Look at Brandon Mazepin. And wow, Puerto Rico, big step out there coming across the tri-oval into turns 1 and 2. Lap 1 complete. Well, it's lap 7 now technically, but the first green flag lap completed. Onto the backstretch now, 4 wide. Look at that. Max Sensen on the bottom. Brandon Mazepin in the middle. Puerto Rico as well. But it looks like he's going to settle in back behind the 12 cars. We coming in turns 3 and 4. Once again, in trouble. Max Sensen goes around, coming into 3. Hard contact with the outside wall. Another car with him. That's his teammate slash driver, Evan Ferran, who slides down to the bottom, and the caution will come out yet again. Big, big damage on the front of that 90 car. His hood is destroyed. Max Sensen's race could be over. They might have to saw it off. He might be able to get back out here, but who knows. There's Evan. Not as much damage on his car, but it did look like he hit the wall significantly harder than Max did. Let's look at the replay and see what happened here. Watch that 90 car. Looks like Nick DiCaprio just got loose underneath the one, left hooked him down the track into Max Sensen and Charlotte Hangeveld. Charlotte got pushed off the track, but Max got turned, and then coming back up, Evan just continued to slide and reared it up into the outside wall. That's gotta hurt for his neck, but then Max Sensen gives him another lick as he's continuing to slide off the wall. Look at it again. Turns Max into 3, spins, Evan hits the wall, Max saves it, but then ends up hitting his driver again. Worldwide Racing Team, very, very interesting race today so far. 2 drivers on first and second, but now their boss, Max Sensen, is crashing with one of their drivers, Evan Fran. Eli Tabor hasn't done anything significant though yet, so hopefully we'll see something from him. Anyways, we'll see you on the restart, folks. Welcome back to Talladega, everybody. With that being said, the green flag is back out in the air. We're past the Geico restart zone, and this race is once again back underway. Coming in turn 1, Delilah Jones still pushing Chase Smith. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but those two have been bumper to bumper since the beginning of the race. I think we should see some good things from Chase and Delilah here today. That race earlier that I mentioned that even McAllister actually won in season 1 was actually going to be won by Chase Smith until he ran out of fuel on the last lap, and unfortunately did not make it to the line since there was still 1 lap to go. We're on board with Delilah Jones, by the way. She would go on to win that race. So Chase is obviously very good at this track, but has not had the chance to show his stuff until today, where he's getting help from his teammate. Look at them both going to the bottom. They're staying properly in sync. We saw that in the Truck Series as well, with Nick DiCaprio and his driver, Hayden Brennies, working together to push themselves to the lead. And they stayed there for quite a bit and almost actually made it to the line, but they were edged out by Hanako Suzuki in the trial, who was getting that better push on the outside lane. And Nick DiCaprio and Hayden Brennies couldn't hook up in time to be able to get to the line. As they continue to drive down the backstretch now. Oh, a little bit of trouble. There they go, way off. The teammates. Chase Smith is going to come up and save it somehow. Not Hanako. Delilah does as well. What a save there by the 14 and 94, but their run might just be over because of that. Chase Smith all the way to the back of the field now. And Roy Rodriguez is the one who takes advantage of it and runs away with the lead. Oh, trouble coming into 1. Multiple cars off the track, coming back up, slamming hard into the outside wall. Crazy Bob, Nerder Mom, Nick DiCaprio, Prim Galox, Evan Fran, Josh Rodriguez. Multiple cars, Eli Tabor. Now all the WRT cars have had problems today. The high-speed tow trucks got Nerder Mom, the pace car, speeding through, not wasting a second to get to the front of the field here. Let's go to the replay and see what happened. Coming into turns 1 and 2. Looks like Eli just got loose under the 63. They went off, came back up in front of Nick DiCaprio, and slammed him into Crazy Bob. And they all flew up the track into the outside wall. Eli Tabor, big damage on his car. Then he comes back down. Prim misses that. But then as those other 3 slide back down the track. The 7 goes down. Mario Baden misses it. But Prim tries to slow down to avoid Nerder Mom and then gets collected by Crazy Bob. And then Evan Fran just kind of slams in there. Chase Smith was way too far behind to even be involved, so that was a little blessing in disguise from him, nearly wrecking with Delilah earlier. Joshua Rodriguez hit the 63 as well, also trying to avoid the wreck. How tragic. Anyways, folks, with that being said, we'll see you on the restart here at Talladega. Welcome back to Talladega, everybody. The green flag is back out in the air as we pass the Geico restart zone. It's now lap 20 out of 31. Let's go racing once again here in Alabama. The 18, and they're already wrecking again. Cody Gomez hard into the outside wall. Multiple cars sliding through the grass, coming into turn 1, and the caution will come back out. Puerto Rico YT is sliding around. He's going to save it, but the yellow is immediately back out after that caution. A near exact repeat of what happened at the literal beginning of the race. Same team, different driver. Instead of Damon, it's Cody this time. Let's go to the replay and see what happened. Coming into 1 and 2, watch that 0-0 car in the middle of your... I mean, not 0-0, it's just a single 0, but I feel like something to do with Jonas coming into turn 1. Oh no, the Z-spreader pushed the 0 up into Jonas Walter. That's what slammed them into the outside wall, and then Puerto Rico clipped... then the Z-spreader clipped Puerto Rico, and they came down on Gia. That's what got them off the track. Sakiritas just barely missed it, going way up high there. Golly. The Z-spreader is still technically a rookie though, so we have to cut him a little bit of slack as well. But he's been racing since Michigan of last season, which was the 23rd race. So he's still got enough experience. Let's look at this again, that restart. Jonas Walter and Cody Gomez step way out early on. Then watch the Z-spreader on that inside lane third car. Gonna just come up, tap the 0, and they slam into the wall. Then they come back down, crash again, and then saw him from there. Puerto Rico, the Gia train almost got spun by the 88 there as well. Well, folks, that being said, we will see you on the restart once again. Welcome back to Talladega Super Speedway, everybody. The green flag's back out in the air. Let's see if we will actually survive the restart this time. It's going to be Roy Rodriguez and Delilah Jones leading us past the flag, and it looks like we will survive the restart and turn 1. Never mind, 2 cars off the track. It was Vox Teske and Roy Rodriguez, but they came up and saved it. Vox is the only member of her team today that is actually doing something correctly, so hopefully she'll be able to show us what Blazing Motorsports can do. And there's multiple cars off the track. Going down the backstretch, Charlotte Hingeveld, Joseph installing, Chase Smith coming up hard into the wall. And there goes Damon Wool to join him. Big, humongous crash here at Talladega. Joseph installing, Chase Smith and Charlotte went way off, slammed into that outside wall at nearly 172 miles per hour. That was an impact. Pace car should be pulling off. I see it in turns 3 and 4. Not 3 and 4, 1 and 2. Let's go to the replay and see what happened to those 3 cars. Coming down the backstretch, watch the middle of your screen there. That's where you'll find the number 95, the 88, and 14. It looks like Chase might have got turned into the 88 and the 95 perhaps, and that's what got them loose. Olivia Dean was with them as well, but she pulled off before she could get further involved. I'm not sure why Chase didn't break or do something and turn the other way perhaps. It looks like he might be, but it's obviously not working. And then when they all get straightened out, they get back on the track, and huge contact there with the outside wall. Chase is the first one to make contact and ends up getting slammed in between the wall and Charlotte as well as Joseph, and then Damon Wool slams into the back of the 88. So humongous wreck there. There it is again. What a hit for all 4 of these cars involved. You can really see the damage on the 95 and the 14 cars, so it's very imminent. Anyways, folks, that being said, we'll see you on the restart here at Talladega. Well, folks, it looks like it'll be our first attempt at a green-white checkered green flag back out in the air here at Talladega. Who's going to lead us back to the line, if we make it back to the line, or will we have another attempt at a restart? We'll find out shortly here at Talladega. Delilah Jones in the lead right now. Roy Rodriguez outside. Here they come onto the backstretch. And now Roy Rodriguez is going to try to make a run. He's going to have help from the 4 of Rob Statue. Here they come. Vox Teske right behind them. Coming in the 3 and 4. The 64 still trying to push Delilah. Here she comes off turn 4, still with help from the 64. The 2 rookies pushing past the veterans. Here they come. Both Vox and Delilah made their debut earlier in the season. The white flag is out in the air. Now both of them have the opportunity to become a Netflix Lower Series winner. Vox, it will be her 2nd time since she won at Rockingham. Could she win at Dega? Will she step out beneath the 64? Or will she stay behind her? Here they come down the backstretch. 4-car breakaway for the lead. Rob Statue, Roy Rodriguez, Vox Teske, and now here comes Roy Rodriguez to the bottom. Will he get around Vox Teske? He will. He's going to shove her up the track and try to make room for himself behind the 94 car. Here they come, off turns 3 and 4. Now onto the front stretch. Roy Rodriguez in front of Vox Teske. Here they come through the tri-oval. Will he step out beneath the 94? He tries. He can't do it. And Delilah Jones is a Netflix Lower Series winner. What is going on this weekend at Talladega? Oh my goodness. What a shocking lineup we have so far. Oh my goodness. So first, in the Amazon Racing League, we have Prim Galox taking the win. Her first ever Amazon Racing League, second Yackers win. She's only been racing since Daytona Road Course 4 races ago. Then we have Hanako Suzuki winning the Truck Series race here. Only been racing since, I think, Cantus of the first season of the Hulu Truck Series. Hasn't won a race yet. Got her first win here this weekend. And then we have Delilah Jones. Also, only been racing for, I believe, actually 5 races, because I believe her first race was Atlanta. Actually, no, Vox's first race was Atlanta too, but she didn't win. So, and it's been all girls so far too. This could be an all girls weekend here at Talladega. We almost had that at Daytona earlier this season when Destiny and Olivia won the Truck Series and Lower Series races respectively. But that trend got ruined by King Science winning the Cup Series race there. But now all 3 other series are lining up with female drivers. Could one of the girls in the the Cup Series take the win there? It'll either be Gia, Eva. I'm trying to think of what other girls there are on that series. I don't think I can off the top of my head. I know those are the main 2. I think those might be the only 2 actually, because Gia was the first female driver in Yackers and also won her first ever YouTube Cup. First female driver in the YouTube Cup Series. Sorry, but we'll worry about that when the Cup Series race actually does come. Congratulations to Worldwide Racing Team and Delilah Jones winning this race here at Talladega. So with that being said, folks, this has been Blowover Productions. We'll see you at the next race at Dover International Speedway. So with that being said, peace.